What's up, teammates? Finally, finally. We got a quarterback. We got a head coach. We got a GM, and we got things to do. Now, what are those things to do? Okay, first, we got the draft. Are we going to start focusing on free agency, actually, or the draft? It depends on what Pete Carroll wants. It depends on what Tom Brady wants. Now we can start trying to figure out what does everybody want and why is everybody trying to get it and what do we think they're going to do next based on what the head coach does and what the GM's personality is and things of that nature. Get into that. Wow, let's get into it. Pete Carroll is a very good, proven quarterback. He's had a successful career. He's been here. He's been there. He's brought back franchises from the dead before. Let's see what he can do for us. He's a proven head coach with game managing experience. I think that's what we were missing the most with Pierce and with McDoofus. They were just bad game managers. They didn't make a lot of sensible calls. They made a lot of stupid calls in serious situations, and those really cost us games, especially with Pierce and with McDoofus. So we at least know that Pete Carroll is a better game manager than we've had in a while as a Raiders coach. So that's something to look forward to. Just that alone will result in extra points anyway. Whether it results in more wins or not is definitely going to result in a easier flow of offense and defense and a scheme as far as game day goes with a head coach that's so experienced. So, I'm not mad at the hire at all. I didn't know where we were going, but we went somewhere. That's what I'm worried about. What are we doing? Do we have a second plan? What's going on? Well, apparently they had a plan. They were just waiting for the plan to come together. If Ben was part of the plan or not, I think, well, this is just speculation, but I think it was just more about Tom Brady getting the call in and having Ben, just be able to make the call and make the talk just to get, I don't know, get the swirl out there, the Raiders, some pub. I don't know what that was all about, but we didn't get him, and we went with Plan B, and Plan B was Marty Schottenheimer, and it's a good Plan B. He's anxious to get back into the game, so he's definitely going to put his best foot forward. He knows people, he has connections, so bringing in coordinators won't be a problem, and he knows talent as far as coordinators go. Hey, and as far as players go, he turned Russell Wilson into it, or not necessarily turned Russell Wilson into a decent player, but was able to find an offensive coordinator who knew how to use what Russell Wilson could do as a player and maximize it for his team. And I'm sure he could find another offensive coordinator that can do the same thing with this team and then maximize what we have. And, if we bring in an offensive coordinator, we got to bring him in before the draft, right? See, so he knows what he's going to be getting in the draft. So we got to keep watching TV now. There should be hirings coming in day after day after day as far as offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, and even smaller positions that they'll start announcing probably, or maybe not. I don't know. But there's still at least an offensive coordinator and defense coordinator to look out for. And I don't know if Patrick Graham took the job officially. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. And I shouldn't speak on it if I don't know. So I'm not going to. But if he hasn't taken the job, I hope he stays. But it's about who Marty wants to pick. Why necessarily would he stay with Patrick Graham if he's a defensive-minded coach? And, he's already worked with, his coordinators personally, and Patrick Graham, I know last I heard he hadn't signed back with us. I didn't hear that he got a job. If he doesn't have a job, there's no reason to think that he would have a job here next year because Marty Schottenheimer would want to bring his own people. He's the mostly defensive coach, so I don't think he wants to butt heads with anybody. But that's just me. And there's a reason Patrick Graham lets his options open. So we'll see how that works out. And it really doesn't matter because I'm sure Marty Schottenheimer is going to bring in somebody who's an excellent defensive coordinator, whomever that be. So we got that to look forward to. We got to see what the GM is going to do, if he's aggressive or is he not aggressive. Is he have a plan of his own? Is he been thinking about a plan since he got there? How long have he been looking at the job? Did he have a plan before he got here? What did he tell him in the interviews that got on the job? What is he looking for a coach? A quarterback? Is he down with the Shedeur plan? Was he said he wants to come in with his own plan? Is the GM ready to work for that? Is Marty Schottenheimer down with Shedeur plan too? Where will they go with that? How is the defense going to be taken care of? Are we going to keep Max Crosby? Which, of course, we are. I don't see a way that we could get away from it, especially now, like Max, we got Marty Schottenheimer. He's one of the best defense coaches ever. He took his team to the Super Bowl in 3 years. What makes you think you can't do it here? Give us the time, Max. And Max is down with with Mark, so it's like, yeah, I'm sure he's really happy with this hiring. And now it's just a matter of seeing where they go with it, or if what is this game? Spy check. If he is going to go aggressive in the draft or aggressive in free agency, or what his draft technique is. Damn, I was talking about the gym battle. I'm talking about Steve Spagnuolo. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm off my game. I missed a day or two, and interesting experiences and a bunch of different things going on. But I'm off my game when the talking's coming because I haven't studied that much either and shit. I'm behind on some of my information. But I did want to get something out there to say that I am happy that we got our head coach. And I do believe that what he's done in Seattle and what he can replicate here. And I say that because he's done it in the pros and in college. But what he did in Seattle, he can definitely do here. He has a defense to start out with. And hey, we know he knows how to pick out DBs, right? So we starting them out with a good D line, right? Linebackers that, we got a top-notch linebacker. We got a top middle linebacker, top 10 at least, maybe top 5, top 7, top 5, maybe at least top 10 though, in Bobby Spills. So he's coming here with tools. We got good DBs. Jacorian got hurt, but he was putting it down for a while last year. We know Jack, he can still do it. He got beat a little more than we would like him to do, but he also got some picks, and that's what he does. He's a gambler. Sometimes he gambles too much, but whatever. He's on the team. He's a decent job. And if Marty Schottenheimer doesn't think he's doing a good job, he's getting them off the field. So he's going to be scouting for DBs for sure, because that's where we're shortest at most. And then I think we'll move forward into the linebackers, because our D line is pretty much set. Our linebacking core, we got Bobby, and that's really the only one who's solidified there. Our DBs, I mean, it's all pretty much in the air except for Jacorian Bennett. I mean, Jack Jones is there, but there's no, guarantee. I mean, Epps might not even be here next year. So there's other things that factor into our defensive backfield being small and not effective currently because of injuries, and people who may be leaving. With Marty Schottenheimer, we know that he knows talent when he sees it. He knows how to get it in. He knows how to develop it, and he knows how to make it work for him and what he's doing. So that's the best thing about Marty Schottenheimer is Marty Schottenheimer takes what he's given and uses that. He's that type of coach. He's not the type of coach that comes in specifically with this system to do this like this, and you have to do this and you have to do that, and if that doesn't fit, then it's not going to work. He's a real coach. He's a real hands-on little look. You can do this well, so we're gonna have you do that a lot more often than doing this, and things like that. Just find what everyone's good at, and then let them do that as often as possible. That's what good coaching is, and that's what Marty Schottenheimer can bring to the table, or does bring to the table. So that's nothing but positive thinking when it comes down to Marty Schottenheimer. There's any of the negatives out there don't really matter anymore because there's no reason to even talk about him. He's here now. The positives are all that matters, and the positives are he's championship coach. He has plenty of experience. He knows how to game manage. He's an old school traditional coach who knows how to work with talent, and he's hungry. He's hungry to get in. He's hungry to get back. I think he feels like he has something to prove. I don't know that for sure. I'm not in his shoes. But when it comes to all-time great quarterback head coaches, his name probably doesn't come up as quickly as he would like it to, considering what he's done. Yeah, national championships and Super Bowls and Super Bowl appearances and playoffs and building teams from scratch. You would think he'd get a little more recognition, and maybe he thinks the same thing. Maybe he wants to come back and do it one more time. And maybe he can do it. I'm sure he can do it. He has the know-how. He has the access to the staff. He has unlimited assets as far as player acquisition goes. And a new GM who wants to work together to bring in the best that they can, and maybe even a preset plan that involves getting Shedeur Sanders. And maybe everybody's on the same page with that. So imagine a whole new regime where everybody's on the same page with the previous plan and we're working from there. That's just going to be fabulous. It's just starting out fresh and clean, going forward with a great solid focus with everybody holding hands and going together. Not, like even with Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels, they had their little tit for tat. And I believe, Pierce and Telesco had a little bumping of the heads too, to tell the truth. I know for sure that Antonio Pierce blamed some of his losses on Telesco because he let Telesco, convince him to start Minshew. But that's another story. There is absolutely no way that anyone can convince me. I would like to see a way for someone to convince me that Tom Telesco was not trying to take the team. Not that he can be on the field, but he can make it, he can set up the situation for it to be so hard on the field to win that they're unable to overcome it and they just continue to lose because you're starting Gardner Minshew. 2.5 turnovers a game, Gardner Minshew. We're losing games because we're getting too many damn turnovers. Then Tom Telesco wanted Gardner Minshew to start. And we had a chance at a good offense coordinator who went to the playoffs this year, but he refused to give him a little bit of extra money. Really? The richest franchise, or one of the richest franchises, if not the richest, top 5 for sure, especially since they've been here in Vegas. You telling me that you couldn't find a way to slide to him another year? Nope. He saw the talent there. He saw victories there. He said, I can't get the quarterback that I'm telling him I'm going to get if we keep winning. If we win this year, I I'm not going to get a quarterback next year, and I'm not going to keep my job. Tom Tank Telesco tried to screw the team over, and it worked. But we're coming up out of that, and Marty Schottenheimer is going to take us forward, and he can, and he should, because he's a CEO more so than anything. And when it comes to game day, he's the game manager, CEO of the game. So his abilities with football don't come from a system necessarily. I mean, he has a set defense, but it's not specific like Josh McDaniels type system where this has to be like this and this has to be like that. He's more flexible, like I said, like a real coach who uses the talent that he has to accomplish the goals that he wants to for his teams to be successful. So that is actually something I take over a good system, guy. And we'll see how that works out for us. I mean, everybody said they wanted Ben Johnson. I was there too, just because he's the hot pick, right? And I wanted a quarterback guru guy to come in and try to fix up with Aiden O'Connell and let him work. I don't care. I admit it. I want Aiden to start the damn game. I want Aiden to have a season because I want to know if I'm wrong or I'm right. Because people keep saying that I'm wrong, but then he keeps going in and winning. And I've been so damn busy, I still haven't had a chance to get the numbers together to show the comparison of what Aiden did compared to everybody else. I did a half-season comparison, and I know the season didn't get thrown into that type of craziness to where their numbers just exploded. I'll put it together and I'll look at it and I'll put it all on the film episode, whatever you want to call it. So look forward to that. But side note, what is wrong? What's up with Hondo Carpenter, dude? Like, I always liked him, but he's changed, and I don't know, man. His arrogance is getting annoying. Like, he's a cool guy, but I'm tired of him telling us that he knows stuff that he can't tell us. Like, hey, I got all the information. If you knew like I knew, you would know a lot more. But you can't know like I know because I'm special and you're not. But maybe I'll tell you one day when I decide it's okay for me to tell you. Maybe. But I know it all already. But he's been so wrong this whole time that I've been watching him that it's like, you know what? Why listen to anybody? Like, don't believe anybody and listen to everybody and be happy with the information you get for the thought of it, right? Just for something to mull over and kick through and think about when it comes to positive Raider talk, because the media, the main media, is just, they really don't know what the hell they're talking about, but they really love to talk. And it's not that they just love to talk. They talk like they got it down, like this is what's up, and then they're wrong. And it's like, well, you know what? They made a mistake, and they should have did what I said they were going to do. I don't know why they didn't do that. So I was right. But anyway, that's the way it goes in mainstream. They got to be right. They got to keep their ratings up. Whatever. Me personally, I'll admit when I'm wrong. And I can't wait to be wrong when it comes to Aiden O'Connell. And I will be if he never gets to play, right? So, and we'll see how that works out this year. And hopefully, you know, like we said, moving forward, everybody's on the same page. And if, you know, the play before the season was to get Sador Sanders, hopefully the play is still in to get Sador. And move up from there or move through from there. Make it happen however we're going to make it happen. We got a new GM, see what he wants to do about it. We got a new head coach, see if he was in on team with that. Does he want offense? Does he want defense? Does it matter? Is it set up already for this Sador thing and nothing anyone coming in can say to change that? So that's just a lot, which, I don't mind either if it is. You know, the best way for us to get a top quarterback is to draft one up at the top. And Shedeur Sanders is like I said, the only thing close to a guarantee of any quarterback that's in the draft, at least this year for sure. So let's go with that plan if that's where everybody's at. And then let's see what we do with free agency. I'm telling you, man. What the hell is wrong with people? So hate Aiden. Fine. Don't just throw any damn name out there, though. Sam Darnold is trash. I don't care what kind of year he had, how he broke out. If he can do it again next year, then okay, he developed. But he hadn't done it for 6 years. Now he had one good year. Now he's supposed to be dope. He had all his chances, got cut a bunch of times. Team number 4 finally gets something right. He cut, and he finally put something out there. He finally didn't get cut. Now he's great. Now he's the fucking next hot thing. He's going to be a damn franchise quarterback. Someone said Zach motherfucking Wilson. I heard it a couple of times. Maybe we can go get Zach Wilson. That stumbled out of people's mouth. Zach Wilson, he's been on 4 teams in 5 years. What the hell are people talking about? When we thought we were going to get Ben Johnson, people said Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker's not even good enough to be the backup quarterback for the team he's on. Hate Aiden, fine. But think a little bit. Just think a little bit. Kirk Cousins, really? We've already seen him stink it up. Then, well, maybe once he gets his leg better, he can do it. No. Stop it. Dude sucks. Okay? He's never been nothing but a gap quarterback, right? He's no franchise quarterback. And if he was a franchise quarterback, he wouldn't have been with so many different franchises. So stop hoping to go after some other team's trash to bring into our franchise, hoping that it's going to be better than Aiden O'Connell. Thinking just anybody you can step out there and try to grab and come up in your mind is better than Aiden O'Connell. Justin Fields, I don't care what you people think. Justin Fields is not a good quarterback, man. He doesn't know how to throw the fucking football on time. He can't do it. He doesn't have the talent for that. I'd rather have Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson still has the talent to perform. And you know what? They got the best they could out of Justin Fields. But as soon as they could get Russell Wilson back on the field, Justin Fields was a forethought. Wasn't even an after. Was not forethought. Was an afterthought. And he wasn't even that. He was like a third thought. He was back there. They didn't want him back in there anymore. We got Russell back. There was no, well, let's see if Russell's okay. He's fine. They don't want Justin Fields. Why the hell would we want Justin Fields? He's trash. He can't throw the ball on time. He can run the ball. So what? That doesn't make a good quarterback. This threat in the line of scrimmage thing, yes, it is important. That is not the only important thing. And just saying we got to get a quarterback. Sam Darnold can't fucking run. They have to get Zach Wilson. What the hell is wrong with you people? Just hate on Aiden's talent, fine, but don't lose your damn minds in this stupid shit. If we get Sam Darnold on this team, I'll be pissed off. Like, super uber pissed off. Because it's taking a chance. It's taking a chance. It's looking at 6 years, looking at 1 year, and saying, yeah, we're going to roll again and see if we can get 2 out of 8. That's what we're looking for. Because he's 1-7. See if we can go or 2-7. We can get 2 good years out of him. After 6 bad years. See if we can get another good year out of him. His ratio right now is 1-6. One good year, 6 bad years. So next year, we should get another good year out of him. In the next 5 years, he'll be doo-doo again. What the hell's wrong with you people? Zach Wilson, really? Kirk Cousins, come on. Hendon Hooker, don't be stupid. How many teams can you guys search through before you realize that you're just hoping and guessing because you don't want to? And I don't know why. I still don't know why. I still can't understand why the entire league says we don't have a quarterback. That's fine. But anybody who knows quarterbacking knows that Aiden O'Connell is a good quarterback. Point blank, period. And if you don't see that, you don't see quarterbacking. You just don't. I don't understand how you can't tell me anything because I know what the hell I'm talking about. If you look at Gardner Minshew's feet, you should know he sucks. Shedeur Sanders is a talented kid, but if you look at his feet, he is scared back there once it comes down to the rush. He's not a confident scrambler. I mean, he's a confident scrambler. He's not a good runner. He's a confident scrambler. He's good at his escapability. He believes that he can get out of it. And a lot of times he can. At this next level is going to be different because he's not going to be that much faster than the people around him because Shedeur Sanders isn't really all that fast to begin with. But his mobility will help. But is he going to be able to catch up to the game speed? We'll see about that. That is, if we get him at all. That is, if we get a quarterback at all, especially coming through the draft. There's nobody available in free agency that's worth giving any damn money, in my opinion, outside of Russell Wilson, because you don't have to give him that much money. And he's the only proven quarterback that wins. He still took the Steelers to the playoffs. He still did well enough for that to happen. So he's still a winner. And if we want to bring somebody on the team, bring them back together, why not? Steelers might not let him go, which would make sense for them. But, well, if he's out there and he's ready, let's get him. It's more likely that Justin Fields will be available than Russ Wilson. But Justin Fields is trash, man. Trash. He can't throw the ball like a real quarterback is supposed to. And you can say what you want about Aiden's mobility, but he can throw the ball like a real quarterback is supposed to. With that being said, we'll see what the quarterback plan is. See what Pete Carroll thinks about the draft coming up. Let's see if Pete Carroll is on Team Shedeur like everybody else that says that was the plan from the beginning. Hopefully that's still the plan. Hopefully we can implement it come draft time. And now we can see what our GM is looking like. Let's see what he's looking around at the league. Now we can start looking more seriously at who free agents are. Because we can start judging our general manager's past history. And, the teams that he's been with, the way they work, they were willing to do things and make things happen to get what they needed onto their team. So, there's no reason to believe that he won't do the same thing here. It's an open free agency market like it is every year, right? It's not like there's more superstars this year than there were last year or anything like that. But we got more money this year than we did last year. And more to come when we get rid of some other players, namely Gardner Minshew. So everybody should be excited. I'm excited. I am truly excited. And the only reason I felt like a little grim is I just was like, please, let's get to the other side. Because it was so dark on that side. Even I was dark. Because it's like, come on, man, let's do something. Is there a plan? And now we can see that, yes, there was a plan. But getting the GM was more important than announcing the head coach because they needed to get the right GM. Because they had already, it seems like they had already decided on homeboy. So with that, we're doing good. We got Marty. He's going to feel good about coaching again. We got a brand new young GM who can't wait to get out there and show what he can put together all by himself. We got experience. We got excitement. We got talent. We got experience. We got a lot going on for our team right now. So the silver lining is we're a expansion franchise right now, but we're going to expand in the best way we possibly can. And Marty Schottenheimer, with a good GM, should be able to pull something together like that, with some sprinkling some Tom Brady magic around the NFL, and see what we come up with next year. Just like everybody else, our important thing is to solve is our quarterback. See if we're Sador, and he's better than Aiden, and then that's the way we go. See what happens next year. But for now, let's get excited again. Let's start, contemplating about the future and guessing and being wrong and making mistakes and second guessing everybody else, and then, get back to the regular football things of things. I'm pretty excited for it. Ready for the draft. I'm ready for free agency. I'm ready for some Marty Schottenheimer interviews, right? I want to see him on the Max Crosby show. I want to see some Max Crosby, Marty Schottenheimer type stuff, right? Let's get excited. Let's get some good stuff going. Let's go Raiders. Let's win something. But you can't win them all. And the clouds get turned. But when you are looking for the bright side, come to the silver lining. Because I'm up now. I'm up and I'm ready. Let's do it. Guru out.